signs your mind is blocking success? What if the major obstacle standing between you and success is not your family, your enemies, the economy, or even bad luck? What if the obstacle is hidden much closer? What if it is your mind, the very mind you trust every day? Most people imagine failure as something that comes from outside. A bad luck, missed opportunity, lack of money, or wrong environment. But psychology and ancient mystical traditions agree on one shocking truth. Before failure appears in your life, it often appears in your mind. Long before a person becomes wealthy, healthy, influential, or fulfilled, something changes within them. And long before a person becomes trapped in cycles of disappointment, something else begins happening inside their inner world. Today, let's explore the signs that your own mind may be secretly blocking your success. And some of these signs are so subtle that you may have mistaken them for your personality. Sign number 1. You constantly expect things to go wrong. Have you ever observed how some people seem to prepare for disaster even when everything is going well? They receive good news and immediately ask, what if it doesn't last? They start a new business and think, what if I fail? They meet someone special and wonder, when will this person disappoint me? Psychologists call this negative expectancy. The brain becomes conditioned to anticipate loss. But here is where the mystical perspective becomes fascinating. Ancient wisdom teaches that attention is a form of energy. Wherever attention repeatedly goes, energy follows. In other words, the mind begins creating an inner atmosphere that attracts experiences matching its dominant expectations. The person who constantly expects failure often becomes blind to opportunity standing directly in front of them. Not because the opportunities don't exist, because their perception has been programmed to search for danger instead. Sign number 2. You feel uncomfortable around successful people. This one is deeper than many realize. Imagine meeting someone who has achieved everything you desire. Do you celebrate their success, or immediately search for reasons why they don't deserve it? Psychologically, this is known as cognitive dissonance. When another person's success contradicts our internal beliefs, the mind experiences discomfort. Mystically, some traditions describe this as an energetic conflict. Your conscious mind says, I want success. But your deeper beliefs whisper, people like me don't become successful. The result is inner division, and divided minds struggle to create united outcomes. Sign number 3. You repeat the same mistakes in different forms. The faces change. The locations change. The circumstances change. Yet somehow the story remains the same. Different jobs, same frustrations, different opportunities, same outcome. Psychology refers to this as repetition compulsion. The unconscious mind recreates familiar patterns because familiarity feels safe, even when those patterns are painful. Mystical teachings have long suggested that life presents lessons repeatedly until they are understood. The lesson returns wearing different clothes, a different person, a different situation. But beneath the surface, it is often the same unresolved pattern asking for your attention. Sign number 4. You fear visibility. Many people claim they want success, yet secretly they fear being seen. They fear criticism. They fear judgment. They fear standing out. They fear becoming noticeable. This creates an invisible ceiling. Every time an opportunity appears, the mind quietly pulls back, not because success is undesirable, because exposure feels dangerous. Psychologists call this self-sabotage. Mystics describe it as shrinking one's light. Either way, the result is the same. A person cannot become extraordinary while desperately trying to remain invisible. Sign number 5. You are addicted to familiar struggles. This may be the most shocking sign of all. Human beings do not merely become addicted to pleasure. They can become addicted to suffering. The brain prefers what is familiar over what is beneficial. Think about that. A person may remain trapped in financial hardship, unhealthy relationships, or destructive habits because the discomfort is familiar. Success requires entering unfamiliar territory, and to the primitive brain, unfamiliar often feels dangerous. Mystical traditions describe this as becoming attached to an old identity. You cannot carry the identity of failure and expect to arrive at the destination of success. At some point, the old self must be released. Sign number 6. You speak defeat before taking action. Listen carefully to your own language. Do you frequently say, "I can't, people like me don't succeed. Things never work out. I'm just unlucky"? Psychology has shown that language shapes perception. The words you repeat become instructions to the subconscious mind. Ancient mystics believed words possess creative power, not because words are magical, but because words influence thought, thought influences action, action influences destiny. Many people unknowingly curse their own future through the stories they repeatedly tell themselves. Sign number 7. You wait to feel ready. This is one of the most sophisticated traps of the mind. The belief that one day you will suddenly feel completely prepared, completely confident, completely fearless. And then you will act, but that day rarely comes. Psychological research consistently shows that confidence often follows action, not the other way around. Mystical teachings express the same truth differently. The path appears as you walk, not before. Success is rarely reserved for those who feel ready. It belongs to those who move despite uncertainty. The hidden truth here is what many people never discover. Your mind is not your enemy. It is a protective mechanism. Most mental blocks were created to keep you safe. Safe from disappointment, safe from embarrassment, safe from rejection. But the very systems designed to protect you can eventually imprison you. The walls that once sheltered you can become the walls that confine you. Conclusion. Perhaps the greatest mystery of success is this. The door is often not locked. The opportunity is often not absent. The universe is often not working against you. Instead, the mind quietly builds invisible barriers and then forgets it built them. The moment you become aware of those barriers, something remarkable happens. You regain choice, and every transformation begins with awareness. Because success is not merely about changing your circumstances. It is about changing the hidden patterns through which you experience reality. The outer world often reflects the inner one, and when the mind stops blocking the path has a strange way of revealing itself. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to this channel, like the video, and share it with someone who may be standing in the way of their own success without even realizing it. Until next time, remember, the deepest mysteries are often hidden within.